block is hot, Cortez. GPS, don't go to Septa anymore. I'm telling you, if you go into Septa, shit's gonna go off like crazy. Just like what happened. Right. Yes, it did. Like the other day, these teenagers attacked a person on a Septa train. And now,
I heard about this.
The belief is that this is racially motivated. So let me jump right into this.
No doubt.
The story we get from our peoples at CBS News. The mother of a victim spoke exclusively with CBS as Philadelphia police announced charges of ethnic intimidation after a disturbing violent assault was caught on camera. Mother is heartbroken and furious over the attack of her 14-year-old son. She believes the attack was racially motivated. Name called and punched. Cell phone video shows a freshman from Central High School. Shout out to Central, as we would say. Central, boo. Central, the high school student who was of Asian descent, is being attacked on the Broad Street Line subway while heading home from school Wednesday in the afternoon near Erie Station. So the video shows the Central High student, who is also of Asian descent, another one, trying to intervene. But she's then thrown on the floor and then kicked and stomped on. So the uncle talked exclusively with Eyewitness News over on CBS and saying that that this individual stood up for him, helping the four Asian boys, trying to just yelling, "Stop it!"
Were they boys or girls?
The four that were originally victimized were boys, and the one that stood up for them was a girl. And she was the one that got her head stomped on, and supposedly her head bashed into the train and everything like that. So the sources say that some of the attackers are from a charter school. A source also says that the parent of one of the attackers came forward to police after seeing the video. The DA has charged 4 juveniles in the assault. Each has been charged with aggravated assault, ethnic intimidation, and other related charges. The freshman boy's mother, who also talked with the local affiliate, Chinese is her first language, so her friend translated for her, and she said, "We are the city of love, not the city of hate." And her kid didn't do anything wrong, and her kid didn't even know the girls. She says that it was discrimination. Now, Septa police said that the 4 girls range from ages 13 to 16 and have been identified as the suspects in the attack. The attack was based on ethnicity and ethnic slurs that were used by the attackers, as mentioned by the chief of police for Septa. Meanwhile, of course, Asian American parents met with the principal of Central High School, and they say that that's the only ways and means of transportation for them to go to and from school. And now they're in fear. So Cortez, GPS, we're all supposed to be people of color standing together, but yet we still have these segregated moments that we have here. These hate crime moments within our own cultures, our various cultures. What's going on?
I guess the problem is it's background information on the girl also.
They're all of them, from what I've seen in the video, they are African American.
But one of the girls was like an actual runaway, man.
Okay.
She ran away. Yeah, the mother said that they were having issues at the house, and the daughter did. Now, this does not justify the girl jumping on these Asian kids. That don't justify. But there's a lot of home life stuff going on. It has issues like that on Septa. Has always been a constant. I remember when I took Septa, people used to get jumped on. Jumped on, robbed, or whatever. You just had to not be in the wrong place at the wrong time kind of scenario. Yeah, this is the parents are saying this wasn't a hate crime. The black parents are saying it wasn't a hate crime. This is a hate crime because they were specifically after a specific group of students.
They were targeted.
They were targeted, therefore it becomes a hate crime. But this mother, she's like, man, my daughter is having issues, this and that, but your daughter went ahead and assaulted these kids. I mean, it's a shame when you see that kind of video, but it's a constant. I see a lot of that stuff on TikTok, man. I see a lot of these kids doing this craziness, jumping on people. It's not normal.
Yeah.
It's not normal behavior. What's going to happen? Somebody's going to get hurt, probably put to death.
Yeah, retaliation, absolutely.
Yeah, stuff like this goes on all the time, man. This is not something new. I think it was so raw that people looked at the video like, damn, this is what these kids are doing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My students, when they fight, man, when they were fighting and everything, we got there videotaping each other fighting and everything and jumping on each other, man. It's the wolf pack mentality. And the only way you can break the wolf pack mentality is they're going to attack the wrong person. Mm-hmm. Like my cab driver.
Yep.
My Uber driver. And it's going to be lights out.
That's
because it has to get to that extreme. Because you got to protect yourself. You really do. I mean, the family of those students, yeah, they probably won't even send their kid to school anymore up at Central. They probably going to send them someplace else.
Nope, not at all. But you know what? On top of that, Septa has really been getting a black eye lately, especially after that rape incident that happened just not even, over a month ago. Like about a month, 2 months ago that it happened, and where supposedly it was caught on camera, but the only one that ever reported it was one of the Septa employees. Nobody in the train did anything, and now it looks like we're getting the same thing again. Everybody's recording the fight, but nobody decided to call authorities or what have you, from what we know at the moment. So it seems like this is a bad cycle that's happening, GPS, with Septa.
Well, you got a lot of angry people out here, and they're channeling their energy in the wrong direction. This particular student didn't do anything to y'all. She didn't sabotage y'all learning. She didn't sabotage y'all schoolwork. She didn't sabotage you trying to get to the school in any way, shape, or form. She's just going to school like you. But you're taking your anger out on her because that's what you can get to.
That's right. And
that's wrong. But, I remember a short interview with one of the Asian students. I don't know if that was her dad or her uncle, but apparently he had been talking to the other student that had taken up for his kin, and was basically like, look, whatever you need, call me, I got you.
There you go.
And that's the kind of unity that's the kind of unity you need. Okay. Now if you want to go and go into all the behind the scenes. Oh, well, how those people come over here? They just coming off the boat. And they getting business and this, that, and the third. Okay, guess what? You know what? That's the kind of stuff you take to Capitol Hill. That's the kind of stuff you take to the White House. You don't get credit in this country unless you have something. A lot of these folks come over here with nothing, get a business loan, and then build something.
Right.
People who are here, who have already been here, can't necessarily get a business loan to do the same thing. Why? But that should not translate into what these students are doing, because y'all still in school. Y'all ain't paying for nothing. What are you so upset about? And right now with the job market, hell, you can go get you a job. You want to buy some Jordans? Trust me. Hospitals,
anywhere basically, right?
Anywhere basically will take you on, and you can go to school during the day, come home, do your homework, go work at night, and go buy your Jordans. It's not that hard.
But
sneaks are only $200, maybe 3 times. You ain't paying no rent. What's the problem?
I mean, I really believe they need to learn some self-defense course. They need to offer these kids at these schools some self-defense courses, man. Because the subways are rough. It's a rough place on the subways. I seen the video. If you know how to defend yourself, you get less of a beat down. At least you know what you're doing. At least you know how to handle yourself. Looking at that video, man, those folk had no background in self-defense, man. Therefore, they could not defend themselves properly. We, as human beings, have the right to defend ourselves. We do. And if we don't have the tools to defend ourselves, and we become a victim. We become victims easily, as with these students, unfortunately. Because I'm looking at it, man. This is a bunch of girls. It's not guys fighting. This is girls jumping on a guy and a girl. Oh man, it is, man, and we can't blame Septa for it, man, because Septa police are not always, just like with regular Philadelphia police, they're not always around and always there when this stuff goes down, man. It's the people around them that got to step in, man. The citizens, they got to step in and say, look, y'all something, I'm shocking the old head didn't jump in and say, look, get off these kids, get off of them, break it up or whatever,
And that's the whole thing. Sometimes the Philly mentality is basically don't get involved. A case in point, what happened with the rape victim? It was the same thing.
They're all sitting there watching,
not getting involved. That's a habitual issue that is marking this city horribly. Somebody's got to instill back at the homes. And this is just for anybody, no group excluded, just anybody. You really gotta understand that if you have an ability that other people don't have, share that ability with others. So, we can all feel as if we're on an even playing field using this scenario. Hate is just what's killing us. Like I said, we have to be stronger as a culture and as a people, and we're not doing that. It's like divide and conquer, and this is what's happening to all of us of color. We're just being conquered systematically because we're dividing amongst ourselves when we should be unifying. Mr. Cortez, luckily you didn't have your Joe Clark bat with you.
See, in situations like that, man, you gotta be real careful when you're defending yourself. I probably would have,
You had to throw him into a locker like you did before.
I probably would have, man. Or GPS son would have did more damage than I would have did.
You got that bat with him. He would have done damage.
Yeah, shoot. It's just you. When you know how to defend yourself, you know what to do. It would have looked like a Steven Seagal movie, man. I was just flipping people over, cracking people in the jaw, man. Just keep stepping. When you in that, and they train us. They train us in crawl that. You had 30 seconds to do what you need to do. You spend about 30 seconds per person.
That's
you are dealing with.
That's true. Now let me interject this though. You say 30 seconds per person. I would say that's the suburban time. Philly, you got 3 seconds.
They have the right to defend themselves. Anybody out there, I'm a firm believer of this. You have the right to defend yourself. You don't have to take that. You have the right to defend. If you need to break somebody's arm to make a point, that's their fault, man. Because they came at you. You were protecting yourself, doing what you need to do.
That's right.
So yeah,
you got the constitutional right to kick somebody's ass.
It's a shame that these kids, they just selecting people out of the blue for no goddamn reason. Now, all y'all gonna go to jail.
Pretty much.
All y'all gonna have a whole lot of legal bullshit going on. Your parents don't need that shit.
Kicked out of school.
Hopefully you have parents. If it's just one, you just added another fucking bill into the house.
Yep. Try to look for a job now. Good luck.
Well, you can find a job, but shit, they gonna wonder why you're here. When they find out that you was one of these four, they ain't gonna want to fucking hire you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Why would they, man? And that's what these young folk fail to realize. I tell my students this every day. It's like when you do that dumbness, it comes back to bite you fivefolds over. Because when you're looking for a job, they're gonna like you said, man, they're gonna be like, oh, that's the kid that did this a couple years ago, and it could have been 5 or 6 years ago. So,
correct.
Yeah, man, it's just young folk don't think, man. I get that the frontal lobes in their head and the brain is not developed fully, man, but. Yeah, come on. You sitting there just attacking people in wolf packs like that. That's not right, man.
Yeah.